I went to Mexico this week. I went on a week-long trip with my girlfriend to Mexico, and I want to share with you what I brought with me to make sure that I had not only a great time, but felt amazing so I could truly enjoy the experience. This is a mixture of some tech, some tools that I brought with me, but mainly the supplements that I brought with me to help me feel amazing. There's going to be probably a lot of nice little golden nuggets in here for you because a lot of this stuff I do take on a regular basis as well that I haven't shared before. So stick around. The video might be a little long, but I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. Just got back a few days ago, felt amazing, had an incredible time. The Mexican culture is beautiful. I love the food. I ate a lot of it and I had a really good time. So number one, what did I bring with me? This right here allowed me to put all my vitamins and supplements in there that I could easily access, so I didn't have to bring all the bottles or everything. This you can find at CVS, Walgreens, buy one on Amazon, I don't care. All I would do is eat breakfast in the morning, have a nice delicious cup of coffee, and I would pop this open and swallow my supplements, and I'd be good for the day. So number one, that's what I brought. But what's in there? That's what you really want to know, right? I'm going to start in order of importance. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Boom. There we go. If you watched my recent content 2 weeks ago, I posted a video called How I Naturally Healed My Digestive Issues. And I talk about this in there. These were super fucking key for me. Oh my God. I had so much food. It's crazy. I only gained a pound because I was eating mindfully, but I ate everything. I went with the intentions for this trip that I was not gonna restrict myself. I was gonna eat all the delicious Mexican cuisine. I was visiting this part of Mexico for the first time. I wanted the home cooking that my girlfriend's aunt would make for us every single day for breakfast. It's just big plates of food, the pancakes. I had a big dose of vitamin T. Tacos, tamales, tortas, tortillas, all the stuff. Like it was cheesecake, like the pastry, like everything. I ate anything, everything I wanted. And it was beautiful. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I got to feel the culture, the home cooking. I didn't want to restrict myself. So that was number one, actually, is let yourself enjoy the trip, especially if you're traveling internationally or a place you've never been before. Enjoy the food, have some fun. So with that being said, with that intention, I knew I would want the proper tools to help my digestion and to help me feel good. So number one most important thing I brought with me are these enzymes. These are called Masszymes. These are the most potent proteolytic enzymes on the market. What's funny is I had a friend, my friend Adam Parker. I'm going to be on his podcast in a few weeks. I'll let you know when that's released. He sent me a voice message today. Just this morning, I heard it. He said that he was having some digestive issues, that he was already taking digestive enzymes, but he saw my video and he bought these Masszymes. I sold him on it. He went and bought some. And he said, dude, it was like night and day as soon as I started taking these. And remember, he was already taking digestive enzymes. He started taking these. He said it was like night and day. Immediately, his digestive symptoms improved. So these are super key. I take these at home, 2 to 3 caps before every meal, but these were especially important for me on this trip. Granted that I was eating a lot of processed foods, I mean, not super processed. A lot of it was home cooked, but foods I don't eat on a regular basis. Who knows what oils they were cooking in? Very, very high carbohydrate even for me right now. So these allowed me to properly digest and assimilate all that and to move all of it through my system. My bowel movements were super regular during traveling. And a lot of people, especially when you're flying through the air, you know, via an airplane, a lot of people get constipated when they travel, and that sucks. And that didn't happen at all. I was shitting every single day beautifully because of these. Now, I mentioned something there that I want to touch on. Traveling, you know, vacations, we're meant to relax and have a good time, but it's honestly a mild stress on the body, especially if you're flying via airfare, all the radiation, all the time zone change, especially if you're going to a country where you don't know the language fluently. I speak Spanish, but not fluently. You know, you're hearing conversations all day from in this other language. That's a mild stress on your brain. Your brain's like, what's going on? I can't understand. What are they talking about? You're somewhat in a fight or flight state all the time, unless you are heavily practicing meditation or something. So traveling is actually like a low-key stress on the body. So I wanted to make that very clear. That's why I brought a lot of the stuff that I brought with me. So digestive enzymes, super key. Go watch my video on my digestive system. I'll put a card at the top. This is also super key that I brought with me. I use this probably 4 days out of the week that I was there. This is coconut charcoal, activated coconut charcoal. I have a video on this so you can go further in depth on its benefits and why you would want to use it, but it's super key for gas relief. I didn't want to fart all throughout the trip. So if I ate something a little too heavy, overate, and felt gassy or didn't feel good mentally, if a meal gave me brain fog, which actually did happen a few times, I would pop 2 capsules of this with a glass of water, and it binds to whatever you take it with. So it's really good for gas relief. It's really good to binding to things that may make any toxins potentially. I don't know what toxins, but whatever toxins might have been in that food that were giving me brain fog, pop these, gone. You feel amazing right after that. So I'm not going to go too in depth. Go watch that other video if you would like. I brought a bag of these and a big bag of these as well. So these I had it in my pocket all throughout the day. Now let's get into everything else. Next supplement that I took is this vitamin code. It's raw vitamin C. It's from a company called Garden of Life. The reason I like this vitamin C right here is because I want to break some news to you. Ascorbic acid is not vitamin C. Matter of fact, according to this amazing book right here called The Calcium Lie 2 by Dr. Robert Thompson, I'll put a link to this in the description. It's an amazing book, really important book about minerals. There's a chapter called The Vitamin C Lie. Ascorbic acid is not vitamin C. It's one part of the entire vitamin C complex. And he claims that taking an ascorbic acid supplement, just ascorbic acid, can actually deplete your vitamin C. So if your vitamin C says ascorbic acid, it's not true vitamin C. True vitamin C comes from citrus fruits. That's one way you could get it, right? Just eat an orange every day if you'd like. But if you're going to supplement, make sure it's raw, because vitamin C, the whole complex, is heat sensitive. You want to make it raw from a whole food source, which is this from Whole Foods. It's a great supplement right here. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself, ascorbic acid is not vitamin C. So I take anywhere from 500 to 1,000 milligrams every day of vitamin C. Super good for immunity, a lot of different things. I'm sure most of you already know the benefits of vitamin C. I took that with me. Next, I took Ubiquinol. Now I'm not going in any particular order. I just wanted to share the most important, which was these two. I took Ubiquinol, which is a CoQ10 supplement. This is great for mitochondrial function and just helping your mitochondrial function as best as they can. Mitochondria are life. Actually, ATP is life, but mitochondria helps make ATP and helps make energy. It's the power plant of the cell. These just keep you going in tip-top shape. So I take this on a regular basis as well. When I have it, you can get this at Costco or online. Ubiquinol is a good brand. Then I also took magnesium. Now, I failed to mention that in my last 2 videos ago, in the video, how I healed my digestive system symptoms, I mentioned that I mentioned that I cycle everything else except enzymes and Shilajit. And a lot of you heard that. I failed to mention that I don't cycle my magnesium either. After I watched that video back on YouTube, I was like, damn it, I forgot to mention that Masszymes, or really good digestive enzymes, magnesium and Shilajit are the 3 things I make sure to always have in my pantry. Magnesium is a super, super important mineral for our bodies. It controls so many different things. And if we're deficient in magnesium, we're just going to feel like shit. So I take 2 forms. I take magnesium L-threonate, as well as this form, DiMagnesium-Malate. Now, DiMagnesium-Malate, this specific one from this company called Jigsaw Health, has been proven clinically in controlled trials to improve serum levels of magnesium in the body compared to a placebo. This is a proven factor to improve magnesium levels. I take this every day, as well as magnesium L-threonate. I didn't take magnesium L-threonate with me. I just took this just because it wouldn't fit in here. So brought that, super key. This is amazing stuff. I could have a whole video just on magnesium, which I actually need to do. Next, I also took 5-HTP. I'm not too fond of this specific one because it does have a lot of fillers and binders and stuff like that, but it has 100 milligrams of 5-HTP per tablet. So I took 2 a day. Now I had this at home, so I just threw it in here just because I had it. And since traveling is somewhat a mild stress to the body, I wanted to make sure that I was at least, not just feeling good, but happy as well. And this can help with your mood and with relaxation. I didn't want to be, stressed with like, okay, what's the itinerary for the day? What are we going to do? Blah, blah, blah. This just kind of helped me keep an overall calm, cool, collected state. Not something that I would have bought just for the trip, but it was in the pantry. So I just took it with me just because. There's small tablets, so it didn't take up a lot of space in my little vitamin holder there. So that's key. Now, what I also took are mushroom supplements as well from Alpha Dynamics. You've heard me talk about them before. I take these on a regular basis as well. So every morning, what I love about the Mexican culture is they love coffee. So there is an endless supply of coffee and beautiful people there, beautiful food, so good. I put this in my coffee every single morning at my girlfriend's aunt's house. Every morning she would make me coffee and I would put this in there just like I would here at home. So Alpha Dynamics, this is reishi. I was actually using their Activate one, which is the green one. That has lion's mane, chaga, and cordyceps, which is more of an energy booster, cognitive booster. I was taking that one. But I don't have any on hand right now. I only have these, but this is basically what it looks like. So I took mushroom supplements, and every night I took this. This is also from Alpha Dynamics. I have a whole video on this. This is reishi spore oil, very potent extract of the reishi mushroom, more potent than this. So it takes 2.2 pounds to make one soft gel of this. Very potent. I took this every night to help me wind down, relax, give my immune system a boost, to activate my immune system because of the beta glucans, and to just help me sleep really well. So there's that. Now, these are things that I typically, not the 5-HTP, but these are things right here that I typically take every single day. Now, there's two things that I brought specifically for the trip because I was traveling. I'm not the biggest fan of multivitamins, and I know you probably are not either, because they typically contain vitamins in improper forms that are not very absorbable and in really low doses. But when traveling, I knew with the intention that I wasn't going to be eating the most nutrient-dense foods like I am here at home. So I needed something to cover my ass. And these I had in the pantry specifically for when I travel. This is a multivitamin from Pure Synergy. It's just called Multivitamin. And if you look here, it has, you can see what it has some minerals as well, but I'll get to the minerals in a second. For example, vitamin A, 10,000 IUs. It's not true vitamin A. It's beta carotene. If someone tells you that beta carotene is vitamin A, they're lying to you. Beta carotene is a precursor to vitamin A, and we as human beings very poorly convert beta carotene into vitamin A. True vitamin A is palmitate that we only find in animal foods. And on top of that, for me personally, based off my genetics, I very poorly convert beta carotene to vitamin A, even on top of already improperly or barely converting it just as me being a human. So beta carotene does nothing for me. So I disregard that. Vitamin C, it only has 120 milligrams. Again, I like to take at least a gram, at least 500 milligrams to a gram a day. So I have that. It has vitamin D3, which I didn't bring, which is great. It has K1, K2, it has all the B vitamins because I didn't bring any B vitamins with me. And it has some minerals. So this was good just to cover my ass while traveling. This, speaking of minerals, is a multi-mineral. It's from Thorne Research. It's called Biomins II. This I like a lot. If you're going to take a multi-mineral, if you are, I would recommend personally this one because it doesn't have copper or iron. Supplementing with copper or iron, in my opinion, based off what I found, is not ideal. Go look into Morley Robbins and his work. Most of us are not deficient in copper. Most of us are copper toxic, and iron should not be supplemented with. If you want to get iron, in my opinion, one of the best sources is heme iron found in red meat. So just eat a steak if you need some iron, but supplementing with iron is very inabsorbable as well. So this is not medical advice. Go do your own research. I will leave a link to a lecture from Morley Robbins so you can learn more about anemia, iron, copper toxicity, magnesium as well. He talks a lot about magnesium, the importance of it. So this again was just to cover my ass. When I'm here at home, I typically get my minerals through my water. I drink very mineral rich water. I use a trace mineral supplement called Concentrace. It is a liquid supplement. You just put a few drops in your water and that gives you all your trace minerals in their ionic form. I'm obviously not going to do that while I'm traveling, so I just take a few capsules of this. My minerals are covered. It has magnesium in a really good form, DiMagnesium-Malate, which is in this form back here, the one that's clinically proven to improve serum magnesium levels. And it only has 280 milligrams of that. I like to take more, so that's why I have the supplement. It has zinc, selenium, iodine. Selenium and iodine you want to take together. Don't take them separately, or don't take just one. If you're going to do one, do the other. In my opinion, go do your own research. It's not medical advice. Manganese, chromium, has boron, which a lot of us are very deficient in. And it's just overall a good multi-mineral supplement. So there's that. Those are the vitamins. Those are the supplements. There's a couple other things that I brought with me too to really help me make sure I was getting great sleep and really good foot health because I was doing a lot of walking, and I'm gonna get to that right now. So forgot to mention too, another thing. This is liposomal melatonin. I am not a fan of taking melatonin supplements long term. Taking melatonin, from what I've heard, exogenously, meaning from outside the body, meaning taking a supplement, stops our body from making it endogenously, stops your body from making it itself, and doesn't help with your actual hormone cycles. Melatonin and cortisol have their cycles. When you wake up, you get a cortisol spike, melatonin goes down. 12 hours later, cortisol goes down, melatonin goes up. That should be the healthy cycle. And what's the best way to regulate that cycle is by getting natural light in the morning. So by getting, I talk about the importance of natural sunlight. I have a sunlight box right here. I make sure to get sun every morning. That helps your cortisol, your melatonin, so you sleep better. But when traveling or when you really, really need it, it is okay to have some melatonin. You know, when you need it as a tool in your toolbox. This is a liposomal one from QuickSilver Scientific. This stuff fucking rocks. A few pumps under the tongue, hold it for 30 seconds. You're out like a baby. Now, you want to talk about being out like a baby. What I also brought are my blue blocking glasses. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, because I talk a lot about these on Instagram, but not so much on YouTube, and I need to upgrade that. I need to talk about them more because they've completely upgraded my life. I wear these. I've been wearing these for over a year now. These block 75% of blue light. These block 100% of blue light. So if you look through the lens of these, everything is yellow. It filters out some green, some blue. Not all of it though, just 75%. Some blue light is key for brain function, awareness, concentration, memory, things like that. We need some blue light to be awake and to just function normally. So you wear these when the sun goes down. So when I was in Mexico, as soon as the sun went down, just like I do here in the States, these go on my face. Now, you wear these about an hour before bed, and that's what it looks like. About 45 minutes to an hour before bed. These block all light, all colors, all light. When you put these on, your brain thinks it's pitch black. These get you sleepy. So I would wear these 45 minutes before bed, 30 minutes before bed here at home and in Mexico. Helps you sleep like a baby. You're just, your operation is key. You're functioning high when you start, when you get your circadian rhythm aligned. And blocking blue light at night, like the blue light you get from screens, is super key for circadian rhythm and alignment. I do have some content on blocking blue artificial light on my YouTube channel. I'll put a card right here, but more specifically on my Instagram is where I talk a lot about this. If you want me to do more content on blocking blue light and how crucial that is for optimal health, in my opinion, then please let me know. Now, another thing that I brought, most of us have in our bathroom somewhere or in some place in our house, is a blindfold, just a mask for sleeping at night. Sleeping in a pitch black room is what I do here at home, and that has really helped me upgrade my sleep as well. You know, it's a lot of pieces of the puzzle. There's not one thing that you can do for your sleep. Now, if there was one thing you were going to do, it would be to get these right here, but it's you know, it's pieces of a puzzle, right? There's no one thing. There's no one trick. There's not one silver bullet. Sleeping in a pitch black room helps a lot. Obviously, you can't really do that when you're in a hotel or in a family member's house or anything. So I brought a blindfold as well. That really helped. Now, that is it for vitamins and supplements. Now, you might be thinking, holy shit, that's a lot of stuff. This is a lifestyle, and it's a lifestyle that I attune to, and it's a lifestyle that allows me to operate and feel my best, especially when you're in you know, different time zones. Again, the whole traveling thing, it works for me. So let me show you what it would look like when actually put into practice. Boom, right here. And then the glasses. These I brought, I didn't bring the bottles. I just brought these in little baggies. So I had a couple little baggies, had the melatonin, had the blindfold, had the reishi packets. I had a few boxes of these. That's it. That's small. It's the size of my two hands. It fits in my backpack very comfortably. It wasn't a lot, and it wasn't high maintenance. You just pop this open, eat it after breakfast, or swallow it after breakfast, and you're good to go. That was it. Now, in terms of vitamins, supplements, biohack tools and stuff, that is what I brought. But there's also two other things that I want to mention. I was walking an extremely high amount. I was walking a lot. I was walking about 30 to 35,000 steps a day. I went to Mexico for a music festival, but I also climbed pyramids and walked through the city. So these are barefoot shoes. Now, simulating walking on barefoot, I'm sorry, sounded really weird. Let me say it this way. Wearing shoes that compress your toes, you know, most shoes are not wide like this for your toes to have space. Most shoes are compressed, especially high heels and shit like that. Most shoes have a drop in the heel. Most shoes have an arch, which if your shoes have an arch, if it's not a flat soled shoe, that is the quickest way to get stiff feet. Your foot health has a lot to do with your posture, your back pain or back pain or lack of back pain, right? With any pain in the knees. Like, it's crazy what your feet, how big of an impact they have on your overall mobility and function as a body, right? Like physically. So these are Barefoot shoes. Now I was in the market for some, looking for a lot, looked at a lot of different brands. Most Barefoot shoes are like 80, 90, 120 bucks. It's crazy. I almost bought some from Zero Shoes, which is a really big, like, you know, popular barefoot shoe company, like 90 bucks. I was like, you know what, before I spend that kind of money, let me see what else is on the market. So I went on Amazon. I found these. These are the most comfortable shoes ever. I put miles on these things. I would climb pyramids, music festivals, all different terrains, walk through the city. These are my daily shoes now. I wear them to work. I wear them all the time. They're not the most cool, I guess. Like, they look a little funny, but they're so comfortable, and they're only $30. I found them on Amazon. I'll put a link below to the exact product listing for it. But they have very wide right here, so your toes can spread. And what's really cool is that even in the shoe, you can curl your toes and stretch them and smooth them apart. It feels, you know, when you're walking on different terrains, you can actually feel the terrain, right? Which is, we were meant to walk barefoot. That's what our feet are designed for, right? It's really, really important, foot health, and having very comfortable, proper shoes meant for good foot health. And these fit that description. I've only had them for a week and a half, but I put miles on these babies, and they work so well. So that was another thing that I brought. These are now my daily shoe. It's from, like, it's not even a name brand. I don't even know if there's a brand on them, but I'll put a link down below if you're interested in that. I'll probably do a separate review of those because they're super important. And the fact that they're only 30 bucks blew my mind. Now, last thing right here. I brought some of these. These I found at a really good price. What are they? They're protein bars. Quest Nutrition protein bars. Some of you are probably familiar with it because they don't have any sugar. It's only 5 grams net carbs. I know a lot of you follow a ketogenic diet, full of fiber, but they're pretty low cal, 180 calories and 21 grams of protein. So I had a box of these and I stuffed a bunch of them in my bag. The reason I brought protein bars is because I wanted to meet my protein requirements for the day. I wasn't sure how much, I just wasn't sure how much protein I was going to get. I wasn't going to track my macros. So I at least wanted to make sure I was getting sufficient protein in my system, right? For retaining my muscle mass and things like that. So I brought some protein bars. These definitely help. There was one day we went to go climb some pyramids and, like, there was no food around, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat a couple protein bars, and I was good till dinner time. So I brought that with me as well. Use whatever ones you want. If you want more information on protein and protein quality, like some of you are thinking, oh, but it's not grass-fed protein, go watch my video. I'll put a card at the top on protein quality and protein sources. Speaking in powdered form, of course. So I brought some of these. I found them at a really, really good price. So I had some in my pantry. I was like, you know what, let me take them. So I hope I brought you some value with this video. Now, I don't expect you to do all of this. What I want this video to be is, hopefully, you know, my intention for it is that you can maybe, you're going on a trip sometime soon, or maybe in the future, we all travel at some point, right? Maybe there's some tips in here. Maybe there's one supplement that you needed that you added to your regimen that makes you feel a lot better. Maybe, you know, you weren't sure about, you know, melatonin. Maybe you've been taking melatonin every day and you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't be taking it every day. Maybe like the blue block. I don't know what it was for you, but hopefully you gained something from this. This is what I did for my travel. I felt amazing. And this is what I typically do each time I travel. Last thing I forgot to mention, I also brought InstaMix from Bulletproof, which is powdered grass-fed butter and brain octane oil. I don't have any on hand. I used it all during my trip, so I can't show it to you, but I put that in my coffee every morning as well with the mushrooms, so that every morning I was still having my butter coffee, my dose of grass-fed butter, my dose of MCT oil. So I appreciate you guys. I love you so much. I'm sorry for rambling. I'm in an amazing mood. I love you. If you need anything, leave a comment down below. I'd be more than happy to get back to you. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and make sure to hit the bell because YouTube is not notifying my subscribers when I post a new video. So go hit the bell. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, and I will see you next week. I love you. Thank you guys so much for being with me. It really means a lot. I look forward to next week's video, whatever it is. I don't know yet, but if you want to see something specific, leave me a comment. All right, bye-bye. Have a great rest of your day.